This is easily the most ridiculous thing I've seen in the past 3 months, and I want to share it with you all today so we can all laugh along together. Because apparently, the mask communists are back. They've been feeling very underappreciated over the past couple of years, and now they want all of us to know that they're still masking, and so should you too. It's utterly pathetic. I know some people say, well, they had their brains broken by COVID and they're all very germophobic now and they're scared that they might be immunocompromised or they might have long COVID. No, no, no. Maybe a few of those people are motivated by health concerns. Most of these individuals are what I call mask communists because I think that they just like rules. So even though in no jurisdiction on the planet is the government still enforcing masking, these people want to show you that they like rules and they wish they could impose these rules that they self-impose on themselves onto you. But for the meantime, they're at least going to try and capture their virtue points on social media and show solidarity with other people who are still masking. And mind you, the screenshots I'm about to show you, which is about over a dozen, is what I collected in just about a minute of searching through the y'all masking hashtag on Twitter. These people are not just, these people are diseased, not in the sense that they have a disease and maybe it's good that they're wearing a mask. They have a disease of the mind, a self-imposed disease of the mind where they want to pretend to be paranoid about diseases to prove that you're a worse person than them, even though these people are big government communists who would love to cram down arbitrary rules onto you because they're good people and you're not. Insane. But this is just a small selection of these individuals wearing ridiculous apparatuses on their faces because there's slight smoke in the air or I felt a sniffle, and they're all wearing N95 masks or they're wearing like scuba gear and whatnot. It's insane. Like this lady says, hashtag y'all masking has been such a beautiful trend. It's easy to feel isolated and like no one else cares. But seeing my timeline full of clever, compassionate people in respirators fills my cup. Keep on keeping on, fellow maskers. No, you're an idiot. If you're still wearing a mask, if anything, we were all idiots when the government was forcing us to wear masks to go out in the public. I know some people didn't do that, but if you wanted to keep your job in certain cases, like me, you had to do it. But no, you're not a compassionate person. You're an idiot. Doing stupid things like this does not make you compassionate. It makes you gullible. It makes you an actual fairly nasty totalitarian type individual that you're trying to show that you're still following the rules that everyone else doesn't feel like they need to follow. Yeah, because we don't need to do it. But you are acting like you're a better person because you like hyper strict rule following. This is why socialist parties have a lot of support. There are people like this who like big government. They like self-regulation. So this lady right here says, it's so lovely seeing all your wonderful masked selfies. Here's one of me and my mom where we got our Novavax last fall. Mom has multiple autoimmune disorders, so we bring a HEPA filter plugged into a battery pack with us to all of her appointments. Don't do that. Even if your mother has a lot of autoimmune disorders, don't bring a HEPA filter with you. That's ridiculous. This lady right here posting, y'all masking, this mask model is called Joy, and it's one of my favorites. I don't care. What are you posting this stuff on social media for? Like, it's been an absolute gold mine for people mining engagement, just dunking on all these people. This guy, and this is only 8 hours ago, and I'm filming this pretty soon after taking this screenshot, so maybe it's 9 hours ago now, but he says, y'all masking, COVID conspicuous from Spain, together from all around the world. Go on, my friends, stopping COVID illness and supporting solidarity. Thank you. You're an unfunctional human being if you're still doing stuff like this. Like, I kind of sympathize, but I don't, because they're doing this signaling what they would like you to be forced to do. It's like whenever people do other sort of like woke, DEI type solidarity stuff at their companies. They're doing that not because it's a choice that they are personally making voluntarily because they think it's the right thing to do. They think it's the kind of right thing to do, but they're modeling at their own businesses, at their own corporations, because they'd like you to be forced to do it too. They are merely modeling the behavior that they would like the government to force you to do. That, again, is why I call them mass communists. These people, you can tell to a person, that they want wealth taxes, that they want rent control, that they want nationalization of industries. None of these people are big freedom individuals, because even though they are acting voluntarily and they're allowed to do this themselves, they would love for you to have to do it with them. This person says, y'all masking me and my youngest kid. Goodness, do not do this to your child. Being the lone masker as a teen ain't easy. Thank you to everyone still protecting kids by masking. You're protecting children. Kids were never at risk even during COVID, even when COVID was actually going around. No kid was at risk. And being the only, like the lone masker as a teen ain't easy. Then stop forcing your kid to do it. Stop modeling stupid behavior for your child. This is just, again, diseased goblin behavior, just pretending that you're better for doing unnecessarily things. Like these people might as well start pretending that they need crutches and walking around in crutches for solidarity with people who need crutches. You never know, I might need crutches one day, so that's why I'm going to preemptively use them. No, you're stupid. Stop doing this. I'm masking because disabled people should be able to safely access public spaces. They can, and your stupid mask isn't helping them. What? I'm masking because I've had long COVID for 8 months and there's no cure. Masking is only going to hurt you then if you have long COVID and you have a harder time breathing still. Why would you then put something in front of your face, lady? I'm masking because we're in a COVID surge. Paxlovid costs $1,700 and I don't want to die for capitalism. See, I told you, they're mask communists. These people are signaling by wearing a stupid thing on their face that they like communism. This woman, y'all masking, I sure am every single day. I bet that lady's probably even masking in her own house when she's alone because she's an irrational person. They even look left wing. I'm not trying to be rude, but if I can tell that you're left wing from your face, that's a problem. It's not like I'm saying that, like, oh, the person looks weak or whatever. I'm not exactly a jacked dude, as you can tell. But when you have kind of like the hipster hair, you have like the woman with like the very unflattering haircut with the full bangs all the way around, she looks like a left-wing librarian. It's a bad look. Never do that. And there's people on the right who do it too, where like they start to like dress very right wing all the time. Like, guys, honestly, don't wear an F Trudeau shirt. It looks silly. Wearing political garb all of the time, I find, is very cringeworthy. And this is the height of cringeworthy. They are wearing political symbols on their face. Even if I guarantee these people do not wash their masks frequently, just like people didn't during COVID. They simply need it on their face to show you that they're left-wing and they're more virtuous than you. I'm repeating myself a lot, but it's absolutely insane to watch people who actually believe that this is the way forward in their lives. If any of these people are in support of redistributionary programs because I'm living in poverty, no doubt you're living in poverty. You make bad choices, sir. Here's this guy called the Green Garay. At the library, y'all masking, I wear it not only for myself, but to keep public spaces like this safer for everyone who may visit and need services. We have to care about each other and protect each other because capitalism doesn't. I did not pre-screen what people said in their headers when I did this. I called this video, "The Mass Communists Are Back," well before I read any of these, but you can tell they're communists. These people are like, I guarantee this guy does not actually need to go to the library. He is going to a public library because it's a public library and he believes in public services, even though I guarantee this man just reads stuff on his phone. He does not look like a man who touches physical objects that much. Going back to this guy wearing something that makes him look like he's about to rob a bank with sarin gas. Oh my goodness. These two right here. Anyone who thinks that the hashtag y'all masking trend is virtue signaling, it is virtue signaling. The fact that you even mention virtue signaling means you know it is virtue signaling. Anyone who thinks the hashtag y'all masking trend is virtue signaling needs to understand that we're often the lone maskers in spaces and feel extremely alone. Yes, you love feeling like the only one doing it in a space because you love the attention. This is attention-seeking behavior. These are the type of people who go to left-wing protests in favor of gender theory and against parental rights. They're the people who go to every single Pride event they can find because they love attention. But I'll finish up this person's tweet. Seeing so many people all over the world is a genuine surprise and the first glimmer of hope that many of us have felt in a long time. These people knew other people like them were already masking, but they just like, oh, there's other people out there who are as good and virtuous as us. We're not virtue signaling, but we're the only people doing it. Shut up. You knew other left-wing attention-seeking communists were also doing this. Again, you can tell that these people are left wing. Just the haircuts, just the glasses that they wear. There's this weird trend with left wing people of wearing really unflattering clothes. And what I mean, like they look like they're wearing burlap sacks and they wear like really big, super round glasses. Like I wear bigger glasses, but I have like a bulbous head. But yeah, so I wear bigger glasses because small glasses make my head even look bigger. But these people like to wear weird glasses, thick black rimmed glasses. They like the fact that wearing their bucket hats and like mismatched glasses with their black mask, they like the fact it looks bad because it makes them an eyesore and that's more attention for them. And they have this kind of weird equity belief that we should all be wearing. And this has literally happened during COVID. People would say, oh, it's good to wear masks because now everyone looks less attractive. That was something that multiple articles at left-wing publications was written on. Oh, it's very equitable in terms of people's appearances because you just see their eyes and you can't judge them on their appearance. They like dressing down. There's actually this weird thing with left-wing women disliking being attractive. Same thing with kind of left-wing guys. They will dress down almost for like equity reasons of looking more proletariat and more average. It's like disgusting behavior. But I'm kind of going down some rabbit holes here. Hopefully you guys don't mind my rambling. There's this guy, Upal Hassan, saying, words fail to capture the feeling of solidarity the y'all masking movement has made me feel. For the first time during this pandemic, have I felt solidarity. Pandemic. This was posted 20 hours ago. For the first time during this pandemic, I have felt solidarity. Well, he didn't feel solidarity apparently when we were all forced to do it. Only now when he gets virtue points for voluntarily doing unnecessary nonsense. For many of us still holding down the fort. This is one of those things where even if masks worked, if other people aren't doing it, it doesn't matter. So you guys aren't holding down the fort. You're doing something that you know is unnecessary. For many of us holding down the fort, it's been a lonely ride. It's a stark reminder of the strength in numbers. Nobody's doing it with you guys, so there's no strength in numbers. These two idiots just confirmed that nobody else is doing it but them. Here's the last one. Here's to all the hashtag y'all masking, taking this simple but oddly politicized and mocked action to protect yourself and others as our government push to return to normal, and big love to those who would be joining if they could but can't for health and safety reasons. Nobody left behind. Why are they? They're so dumb. It's just dumb, diseased, communist behavior. And you should at this point mock these people on social media. They're not doing this because COVID broke their brains and now they're very sensitive to like diseases and viruses out there. They know none of this is working. There's tons of people I know, and a lot of actually people who become very left-wing tellingly, who do unnecessary things, who act in very abstract, like sort of eccentric ways because they like the attention. You can't tell me that the way that these people dress, them doing the masking, them posting this, it's all about getting attention, even if it's negative attention. These people know they're being mocked and they know that it's being oddly politicized for some reason, even though it's only left-wing people doing it. So you guys are complaining that it's getting oddly politicized while your own cohort is talking about how they're fighting back against capitalism and they're going out to support public libraries. You are fools. You're fools. And this is why I want to start calling these people mask communists. They are showing the fact that they like nationalization, they like high taxes, they like wealth taxes, rent control, they like other equity schemes, they like gender theory, they like the concept of gender fluidity. The amount of gender fluid people masking, I guarantee, is disproportionately high because they are in an equity frame of mind, and the mask is the symbol of how much they like equity and ESG and DEI. That's all I can really say about that today. That's it for me. So if you guys want to donate to my legal fund, that is in the description of the video below. It's the Give Send Go link. We're fighting back against a Chinese communist. It's out of the bag. This is very late in the late in the video. I messed that up. I don't usually say this, but the guy who's suing us used to be on CCP boards back in China, and he's suing us because we had a guest writer in an article mention, this wasn't even original research. We just linked to a Globe and Mail article showing this guy had CCP connections and who was donating to Aaron O'Toole and other conservatives, and he sued us for defamation. And in 2.5 years, he hasn't even been able to show any evidence to how we defamed him. It's an utterly ridiculous case. It's cost me more than $30,000 at this point. So if you guys want to donate anything, it really helps me out. That was a bit of a flub, but I guess now you guys know the full story. I've been holding back on details because if you mention the reason the person's suing you, they can sort of, if you say too much, they can say you're being malicious and you keep repeating the defamation. And you get some judges who are very sensitive to saying, well, you keep repeating it, so now it feels malicious. But whatever, ridiculous. But anything you guys can contribute really helps. And if you guys want to sign up on my website to get any political updates for specific ridings you live in Canada, go sign up at the website below, WyattClaypool.com. And if there's any interesting races going on in your province or even in your individual riding, I can email you and anyone else in your postal code area that coincides with that region, letting you know about good candidates, good political initiatives to get on board with, volunteering opportunities, and the rest, because I think it's better that we all get involved so we can fight back against people like this, mass communists, that we can get more freedom people out for good, solid freedom candidates all around Canada. So yeah, go click on the link below, WyattClaypool.com, and I'll see you guys in my next video.